Okay, traders, I'm going to run through our signals and give you a bit of a heads up as to how I'm going to be trading the trend sentiment alerts. Gold. So we had a sell signal insofar as all the dots on these 6 bars here are red. Okay, that's quite a good signal. If it is firing after you see a cluster of green and then it turns red. So I'm actually going to let that one go. I have particular rules of engagement with this, guys. Look, 15-minute chart, scrunch it up, pick up the previous price swing, high to low. I need to see that. It has to come back into the Fibonacci 50%, has to trade back into equilibrium. That's my rules of engagement. Then if we see this here, where everything turns red around here, that's the opportunity that I'm looking for. At the moment, we have 3 green and 3 red bars. I'm going to show you what I've done here with this is 2 indicators here, not 1. If you have a look left, I'll show you what I've done with these in a minute. This is the opportunity here. Everything turns green, red, sorry. There, that's your sell. And see how it's in a bearish trend? Let me just explain something. We'll go to a 4-hour time frame. We're looking for this. You want to see it trending on the 4-hour under this white line. And then you're going to be looking for the opportunity to get involved at these points on the pullback. This is really important there. And we're going to have a look and see what the alert, the indicator was giving us around these 3 points. So on the 4-hour, it's trending under the white line and now under the cloud. But look how far extended this is, guys. Don't touch it. All right, you might get a bearish signal here, but it's way too risky. You know, you want this to trade back through this imbalance into equilibrium. Right, that's going to be look. That's always been my rules of engagement. What we have now with the new trend sentiment indicator is more confirmation than we had before, and I'll explain that as we get into the video. All right, so that's my point of interest where the eye is. All right, so there's another point of interest here and here. All right, now have a look and see what the indicators gave us. These are the 4-hour pullbacks we're looking for, and the signal that we need to, let me just get rid of that, Forex sessions. The signal that we're waiting on is when we see a cluster of green turn red right there. That's where you sell. Short position, and we are done and dusted. And look at the outcome, right? That was wild. All right, again, it's a bearish trend on the higher time frame, and we have to wait for a cluster of green to turn red. The cluster of green turns red right there. That's your opportunity to get involved. Short position on the Fibonacci pullback, stop above the previous high, and that rolled over. Right, again, where a cluster of green turns red, it happened right there, as you can see on the indicator. That's where we sell. Okay, we're short there, stop above the high, and we're away. And I mean, you could add to that position if that continues bearish if you want to, and pull your stop loss to break even at 1R. And look how that continued and never traded back up into our entry point here. Down it goes, and I mean, that's a huge payout. All right, that's where it traded. We're looking at around about a 12, well, 14, like a 12R, nearly a 13R outcome, and plus this one. So you're adding to your position. So there's 2 of them, 6R, unless that one pulled back into your, oh no, that took out your stop loss at break even there, right? But the other thing with this is you can close 50% of your position at 1R and pull your stop loss down. Don't even pull it down to break even, just tighten it up. No, that's another way to look at this. So let's just have a look at these, and I'm going to be really nailing the strategy in this video. So treat this as a tutorial. All right, what are we looking for here? The pound CAD. Okay, if you want to go out to the 4-hour just to get your bearings, look. That was one I took yesterday. Okay, clearly bearish. We're trading under this white line here, the midline. That's the mean. If you want, you could include the trend bars. Let's just take out some of these things here, these guys, because we have the alerts. Okay, So this is bearish, clearly bearish. So we're looking for swing high, swing low, retrace, possible continuation here. Go down to the 15. There it is, guys. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we've established that we're looking for a sell. All right, now if this is turned back into the green zone, we're just going to wait now for this to turn red. So we want both of these indicators to show red. We just sit on it until the alert fires. I mean, we don't have to do anything. The alerts are automatic. They'll come through. We know what we want to do with this. You know, we're looking for that. Okay, mark up the chart so you know when you come back into it. And you know, that's happy days. You know, so that might turn around and give us an opportunity. The euro pound. Okay, if you want to go out to the 4 hour, get your bearings, do that. Why would I be reluctant at the moment? Okay, well, look at this. It's so far overextended. In any case, I'd be looking for swing high, swing low, retrace. All right, that's what I want to see. So on the 15M, it's got to give me that always. Okay, so that's the price swing that we're looking at. And we grab the fib retrace. We always go high to low. And we're looking for the swing back into equilibrium. You know, just be patient, guys, and let it come to you. All right, that's what we're looking for. We've marked up the chart. We know what we're looking for. All right, it's turning green here. So all we need to wait for now is for this to turn red. We need 6 red dots on these bars, and the signal is going to be exactly. See how everything turns red? Well, that was a sell right there. Tight stop above the previous high, and then, you know, we're away. Euro Swiss, I looked at this one. I'm not keen on that due to the fact that it's traded into this tight corner. I mean, look, it might break north. Euro Swissy, yeah, we could get something if this bar down here turns green. At the moment, it's still red. So that could be something. So, you know, look for something like this. That could be a thing. The CAD Swiss, yeah, I marked this one up earlier. So it's a bullish trend. That's clear. So I'm looking for, again, it's got to be the pullback into, have a look at the previous price swing. Swing low, swing high. The pullback into equilibrium. So these bars are still 50% red and green. So we want these to turn green. Okay, so here's the signal that I'm talking about. All right, everything turned green right there. See that? And that was your buy opportunity back here. Right there, even on that pullback if you like, okay? Beautiful. You know, you secure 50% at 1 hour and pull your stop loss up a little bit like that. You know, you don't have to go to break even. Just give it a bit of room to breathe, and that's profitable. You know, even if that stop gets taken out, you've made money on this trade already. So that could be something to think about. Looking at this from the higher time frame perspective, right? The 4 hour swing high to low, right? Where did everything kick in? Well, it hasn't. See how these are all red, right? It kicked in here. So this is now starting, the momentum starting to kick in bullish. So, I mean, you know, that, if you caught that, I mean, that would have been great. You could have gone down to a 5 minute and caught that. Or, you know, you get it on the pullback. Aussie CAD, keep the rules the same across the board, guys. Don't chop and change. See this? I'm going to avoid that because I'm looking for the pullback into equilibrium. Okay, it's got to pull back down into here. Keep an eye on these price swings and where you see a gap, like this thin candle here on its own. That's a bullish imbalance that this could target for a pullback. All right, so I'm going to ignore. And the other thing you want to be mindful of is when these are, well, these have been green for a while. See how it's been green for a while? This is starting to get a little bit long in the tooth, this trend. So that's when you want to be a little bit careful. Okay, I want to see the pullback before I get involved. So it'll turn red and then green again here somewhere. You have to keep adhering. You have to adhere to your strategy. On the 4 hour, now we had another trade there. Yeah, on the 4 hour, you're looking for this price swing pullback. Now you could take it from these lows here. All right, there's a bit of a balance area there. That price swing down. Okay, low to high. Pull back into equilibrium, right? So we're looking for the opportunity in there. Okay, always refer back to the 4 hour time frame. You know, and the key with this is if the 4 hour is, have a look back here, is trending bearish, lower highs, lower lows, and have a look at this this midline, or at least it needs to be under the cloud. This is the cloud, right? Okay, if it's trading under the cloud, especially if it's trading under the mean here, we're always going to be looking for that everywhere. All right, that's definitely my rules of engagement. Now we're going to get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty from this point on. With the previous strategy, I mean, I'm trading the same strategy. I want to show you this. Look, it's bearish. Okay, we're going to be looking at these points. With my previous strategy, I was looking at the daily and the 4-hour time frame for my confirmation. These are the points we're going to look at on the lower time frame. And the difference now is we're looking at 6 time frames for confirmation rather than 2. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so these are my points of interest, and I'll show you exactly what we're looking for when we go to a 15-minute time frame. And again, the reference has got to be that it's trending. It's under the cloud on the 4-hour, and we're following this white line, the mean. And we're always looking for the pullback. So the indicator needs to give us this point of rotation. All right, now I'm going to explain our previous indicator, why it's been made redundant. This one was closed into election day. Why the other indicator was made redundant and what we've done to compensate. Right, so there's a point of interest. Let's have a look at this. So we know on the higher time frame that, this is the 50% of the price swing pullback. And we're going to be looking for an opportunity to sell around here. So the opportunity kicks in precisely. Have a look at the bars under, the red bars. Right, there's your signal. There's the bars. They turn red at that point. That's where you sell. And we go with a simple rule of entering short on the signal there. Stop above the previous swing. Go for 2R to start with. And you could look to secure 50% at 1R. So close 50% at 1R. You could pull your stop loss down a little bit and just start to trail it. All right, fair enough. Well, that would have closed down in here, if you went for 2R. Well, that's 4R. Up to you how you manage this, but you're going to be looking left at with things like this, and that could be where you decide to close it. But the other thing is you want to include this indicator here. See how we've got this yellow and yellow line here, these 2 previous dailies. Well, look how it's respecting. Okay, so that's your target. Anyway, we'll just go back out of there. So, if you go to the 4-hour chart for your higher time frame reference, and the difference between this indicator and what we had, let me show you what we had. Oh, I don't have it with me. What we had was, there was trend bars 12, and it gave us a red or a green bar. Now, that red or green bar was pulling data from only the 4-hour and the daily time frame. And it's giving us momentum on the 4-hour and daily. But what we've done is we've discarded that indicator because we have everything in this trend bar 11. Right? Trend bar 12 is now obsolete because we've taken this feature from that indicator and put it into this down in here, this trend sentiment. I have 2 instances of the trend sentiment down here. This one is giving me 15, 30 and 1 hour. You can select those. And the second one is giving me daily 4-hour and 2-hour. So you want 6 time frames. So rather than looking at 2 time frames for confluence, we're looking at 6. There's your point of interest. And these bars turn red right there. All right, so they kick in red here. That's your signal. That's where you sell. Especially after a green cluster, the pullback on the 4-hour point of interest. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Simple as that. Here's another point here, the pullback on the 4-hour. Same thing. Everything kicks in red right there. So that's where we get involved short, on the pullback. Now that just kept going. Look at it. On and on and on, down into here somewhere. Nice. 8R, 9R. All right, we're going to be looking for these. All right, so that's the key. We've got an alert here on the NAS. Let's have a look and see what that's giving us. Now, look how overextended this is. Okay, again, we have to run with our set of rules, guys. All right, that's wild. Okay, see how far out from the mean this is traded? There's the mean. We are well over 2 deviations out. Don't touch it. Pick up the price swing. People are going crazy after the elections, right? Don't buy into the hype. Haha, no pun intended. But I want to see a pullback down into, look at this. See this imbalance? Right there, 4-hour time frame. You could sell this. You could counter trend sell it if you game. I won't. I'll be looking for, I'm going to stick to my rules, guys. I'm looking for that pullback. Okay, 15-minute chart. I have my plan of attack with this. I won't be touching it unless it pulls back. And yeah, look, see, and this is the other thing I mentioned. See this indicator here. See how everything's been green and it's been strong green for a while? Steer away from it. Steer clear. What you want is when it's turning from red to green, like that, or majority green to red. That's the opportunity. Let's just mark that up. So where this turned green is where you want to get involved. So keep an eye out for all the bars red. They all kick in green right there. That's your point of interest. And what did that look like? Look at this, guys. Look. It's getting you in well and truly early on in the piece. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, to be honest. That's the key. Yeah, NAS 100. All right. I need the pullback, and it needs to be significant before I get involved with that. I mean, yeah, this could go on a tear forever. But that's a bit of a rundown. CAD Swissy, this is starting to pull back down in. Okay, I'll be watching this into the New York Open tonight. So set up the alerts, click the three green dots here, add alert, and you want bullish or bearish once per bar and go OK. And do the same with the second indicator. 3 dots, add the alert, bullish or bearish, once per bar, and create. Make sure you have this enabled here on both, and then you'll receive these alerts. Stick to the rules, guys. 4-hour pullback, and wait for the everything to kick in, the colors across the board. Okay, so that's a bit of an update, and this will be continued on a daily basis. Okay, hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.